Alright, what is going on, guys? So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the brand new character coming to the game, and that's Aarkus. So Vision Aarkus, we're just going to refer to him as Aarkus because there's already two Visions in the game. We don't need to confuse things anymore. So yeah, this guy is cosmic. Now, when these two characters first came out, Clairvoyant and Aarkus, I was way more excited for Clairvoyant. And I still am. I definitely think that she is the better of the two. Without testing them at 565, I'm not saying that with certainty, but that's just the way I'm feeling. But I like this guy. I think he's got some really cool stuff going on, and I think he's got some really solid potential. The way I think of him is kind of like an updated Medusa that can just do more. And I like that. So we're going to talk about that in today's video. And so let's get into it. So first of all, his Awaken ability. He doesn't really need this. He can shrug off a non-damaging debuff, and this is gonna have uses. Of course, it's a decent utility. It cannot trigger more than once every 9.5 seconds. So at Sig 200, it's 100% chance to shrug one off. So I guess it's not gonna be that reliable until you get it to max Sig. It's a decent Sig ability, but it's definitely not needed. So, passive. Aarkus reduces the potency of power drain effects by 80% and the duration of power lock effects by 50%. Aarkus gains 15% less power from landing and receiving hits. So basically, he has some strengths against being power drained and power locked, but his basic attacks, you get less power from them when you're getting hit and when you're hitting the opponent. But that's okay, because he has some really cool power gain through some other means. So, Power of Smoke World buff, max 5. So, Aarkus draws strength from the Smoke World dimension at all times. He starts the fight with one power gain buff and gains one every 10 seconds. These buffs last indefinitely. The first one grants Aarkus 4% of a bar of power every 1 second, and every subsequent power gain buff is 33.33% less effective. So, they get worse as you get more of them, which makes sense, because if they didn't, your power gain would be ridiculous. It's already really good once you stack these up. He also gains one whenever his power is drained or he receives a power lock debuff, again to help combat against power controllers on him. So now, Frozen Air. While Aarkus gains a power gain buff, he freezes the area near him every 2.3 seconds, and the opponent spends near Aarkus. They gain an armor break debuff, decreasing armor rating by 222, which isn't that big. For 5 seconds, these armor breaks are capped at 10, so you can multiply this number by 10. So that would be 2,222, I think, something like that. Armor break debuffs on the opponent are paused while they are near Aarkus, which is good, because that's how you stack them up. And while the opponent is near Aarkus and they have an armor break or armor shatter debuff, they also gain a cold snap debuff, dealing 135 energy damage every 0.5 seconds. So that's per tick. And opponents under a cold snap effect cannot evade attacks, which is really, really good. So basically, as long as you can armor break your opponent and you're near them, they're not going to be able to evade. So this guy has a great counter to evasion, which I really like that. Now special attacks. So this is where Aarkus gets crazy. So hits from special attacks pause all armor break debuffs on the opponent until the end of the special attack. This just helps to keep the duration on the armor break debuffs on the opponent up. So special 1, each hit refreshes all armor break debuffs on the opponent. If the opponent is armor shattered, this attack deals bonus energy damage. So now the special 2, replace all armor break debuffs on the opponent with one armor shatter debuff. For each armor break removed, this debuff lasts 5 seconds and reduces armor rating by 352. And like we said before, you can have a maximum of 10 of those armor breaks. Yeah, armor breaks are capped at 10. So a max armor shatter can be 352 times by 10 and lasts for 5 seconds. So 10 times 5 is 50 seconds. So you can have an extremely long armor shatter on the opponent. And while armor shatter is active, opponents cannot suffer from further armor break debuffs nor activate their armor buffs. Additionally, this debuff shatters robot champion systems, reducing their ability, accuracy, and power gain by 100%. So this armor shatter does the same thing that Medusa's armor shatter does. It completely shuts down robots, which is awesome. This guy absolutely destroys robots, and it is sick, man. It is really sick. If the opponent was already armor shattered, instead this attack deals an amount of bonus energy damage, so you just get off more damage. Now, the L3, this is where it gets more interesting, because how you want to play this character is cycle between the L2 and the L3. So Aarkus increases the area his abilities affect to cover the entire field for 20 seconds. If the opponent is armor shattered when this attack is activated, gain a fury buff, increasing attack rating by 2,000 for 20 seconds. So this is obviously going to scale with his attack. Right now, increasing it by 2,000 is actually really good. That's more than his attack is, and that's with my suicide masteries. So that's doubling his attack. Really good. I'm interested to see what that is at 565. But that's really awesome. So the way you really kind of want to play him is you start the fight, you know, you build up to either you get off a special 2 to armor shatter the opponent, and then you drop the special 3 because then you're going to gain this fury, or you start the fight, go right to a special 3, and then it's going to basically, you don't even have to be near your opponent, and they're just going to be getting armor breaks on them, stacking it up. And then you drop an L2, convert all those armor breaks into an armor shatter, and then get to another L3, and you just keep the cycle going. You keep up this insane amount of damage, and with as the fight persists, you're going to gain your max stacks of these power gain buffs, and your power gain is going to be ridiculous that it's so easy to cycle through your special 2 and special 3. So that's just talking about his abilities, and in theory it sounds good. Now let's go actually test this against some real fights. So I got 3 fights for you guys. The first 2 are against robots, and the last one is something a little different, but we'll get there. Alright guys, so to warm us up with some gameplay first, we're just hopping into Realm of Legends. You know, I was thinking, where can I find a good robot to really test this Aarkus against? And, you know, oh yeah, there's a Vision, Vision versus Vision in Realm of Legends. So I figured this would just be a good spot to really, this was my first time fighting a robot. Just kind of wanted to get a feel for it and just really see how he does, you know, compare him to Medusa, basically. So a couple things to keep in mind. This gameplay is with the Suicide Masteries, which Aarkus is, he's okay with them. He's okay with them. Not the best. I wish he had some sort of immunity, poison immunity or something. But also that all of this gameplay is from a rank 3 5-star champion, which is about the equivalent of a 4-star maxed out champion. So we dropped the L2 to get him armor shattered. I just wanted to armor shatter him, see how that worked, and it worked exactly like how Medusas would. They get no power gain and they have no ability accuracy. You shut those robots down. So now we're gonna get to our L3. Drop this. It's an interesting L3. I like it. So now that he's armor shattered and we use this, we're going to gain a nice little fury buff, and it doesn't matter if we're near him or not, he's going to be getting armor broken, but since he's armor shattered right now, that doesn't matter too much, but once that falls off, it will matter. So you can see that little green timer on us, that's the ones that's applying the passive armor breaks on the opponent. They're not passive, but it's passively doing it. So basically, it makes your range the whole field. It doesn't matter if you're close to them or not, they're going to be getting armor broken, and in turn they'll be cold snapped. So we're going to activate the special 3 again right before this armor shatter wears off, so that we activate the fury again, and so our reach just covers the entire field. So now, you know, we can just back off if we want to, and he's just getting armor broken, so we can just kind of chill. You can see my power is just shooting up. I don't even really have to attack him, and it's just going up. I'm trying to get 10 armor breaks up, but you see I'm getting so much power that I can't even let it stack up to 10. The power gain is ridiculous once it builds up to 5. It's absolutely crazy. So there we go. We get him armor shattered again, and now we want to get back up to the special 3 to reactivate the fury. And as you can see, I can just intercept him if I want to. He has no power. He can't gain power. It's awesome. We just have him completely locked down, and as you can see, we're back at the L3 so quickly with the power gain. I love it, man. I love that power gain. It is so nice. So hit him with the L3, the massive hand, and yeah, let's get back in here, start doing more damage. That's a 6k medium crit. Again, this is about the damage you could expect from a 4-star version. So that's pretty good. We're gonna drop an L2 here. Boom! Look at that damage. That hit pretty hard. And we got the energy damage bonus because he was already armor shattered. Took a couple hits to the face there, but that's okay. And as you can see, man, we just keep getting that power gain. Boom, another L2 just like that. The power gain is absolutely ridiculous. It is awesome. I was just having a lot of fun, really, in this fight. I was really just having fun, man. The armor breaks are restacking up here. I'm gonna get to my L3 because I gain that power so quickly. Like, you could really always have your L3 thing up where you're covering the entire field, which is awesome. Like, imagine having that like on Omega Red, where his spores, you didn't have to be close to the opponent, it just covered the whole field. Like, that's crazy. So these armor breaks are stacking up once more. As you can see, they stack up pretty darn quick. And I don't even have to be near him to do it, but I am. So we got 8 on him. Boom, drop the L2, convert that to an armor shatter. Start going in on him, and then we go for an L1 here to finish the fight off, and vision goes down. That was just honestly a fun fight. I was really enjoying myself there. So now, after I did that fight, I was like, you know, what's another robot? Let's amp up the stakes a little bit. So jumping into Act 5, the final fight, this Ultron boss. And we're gonna try Aarkus here. This boss used to give a lot of people problems, and you know, he's not too bad now, but that's because we know we have rank 4s, rank 5s. But again, Aarkus is at rank 3 doing this fight. When I did this fight to begin with on my Legends run, I wasn't even using a rank 3. So keep that in mind. So he starts with the regen. That's fine. We just need to get him locked down. The really cool thing about this fight, guys, what is the most annoying thing about this Ultron? His evasion. But when we're near him, he's got the cold snap on him, so he can't evade us, which is just awesome. So right there, I get off the L2 pretty quick. I just want to get the armor shatter on him so that we turn off his abilities and we just power lock him. And as you can see, I got him trapped in the corner, intercepting. It's super easy. Aarkus is pretty smooth to play. Now I'm going to drop an L3, and then we're going to activate the Fury so we can increase our attack. And then we're also going to cover the whole field once more with our abilities, because with that power gain, dude, as you can see, just get that power so quick. And as the fight persists, those power gain buffs just stack up. I'm at 4 of them now. And then once we get to 5, dude, our power gain is just ridiculous. So yeah, right now he's not armor shattered. That's why he's gaining all that stuff. So we need to get him re-armor shattered. I'm just trying to build up a couple of armors. Right here we get to 5. There we go. Going to activate the armor shatter. The more armor breaks, the better, because it just increases the potency of the armor shatter, and it also increases the duration of it. So try to get that as big as you can, really. So doing some more intercepting here, building back up to that special 3, and look how quickly we get to it, man. It's so easy to cycle this character. I really like it. It's kind of reminds me of Hyperion with the power gain, but like a robotic version, kind of like Hyperion and Medusa, a little bit of a hybrid, you know. So yeah, now we're going in on him. We got the attack increase with the Fury from the special 3, and just look at our power gain. Boom, already at an L2. Gonna drop this bad boy, and he's dead. Just like that, a rank 3 5-star champion. We just demolished that Ultron, man. I was really impressed there. Now we got one more thing to show you guys, one more piece of gameplay. First, let's hop back to his abilities to talk about some synergies. Alright guys, so before we hop into the final fight, let's talk about the synergies. So real quick, I'm going to go through the synergies from worst to best. So there's a perfect block chance synergy, meh. There's a synergy here called Dry Ice, where vision increases the duration of armor break debuffs by 2 seconds, which is decent. Gives some interesting stuff to Iceman and Mysterio. I think it's pretty nice for Mysterio. And then there's this one here with Clairvoyant, which is an excellent synergy. That special attacks cost 15% less power. That is extremely good for Aarkus and Clairvoyant. I cannot wait to test that with Clairvoyant. And then the best synergy that I think he has. This one is really good with Clairvoyant. I thought this one was the best one, but they're both really good. But this last fight focuses on this one, so let's talk about this one. So Vision Aarkus, you should have to have him with one of the other visions. Armor Shattered also decreases ability accuracy and power gain of tech champions who rely on #metal. So if they have a metal tag, basically you can take the Armor Shattered ability from the L2 that applies to robots and apply it to any tech champion with the tag of metal, and it's the full thing. So when I first read the synergy and the leaked ability, it's like, oh, it depends how good, it depends what the numbers are going to be on this, but it's the same as an armor shattered robot. 100%. They have no power gain, and they're 100. You shut their abilities down 100%, which is insane. So let's go show some gameplay of that. All right, guys. So for this final fight, we're jumping into Act 6, Chapter 2, Quest number 6, the Big Bad Champion quest. And so I was just looking for a tech metal champion. So Stark Spidey's the first one in here, And so this is actually great for a couple of reasons. Spider-Man. Why is Spider-Man annoying? His auto evade. What can Aarkus do? Cancel evasion with his cold snap. So we really don't have to worry about the evade here, which is awesome. And we brought the synergy with the vision, which we just talked about. So as soon as we get him armor shattered, he's going to have no power gain and no ability accuracy. So that means he just can't evade at all, even if we don't have the passive cold, not the passive, the cold snap debuff on him. So we don't have to worry. So now, boom, he's armor shattered. I'm trying to bait out the special, but as you can see, he's gaining 0 power from my attacks, and he's pretty much just power locked. He's completely shut down at this point, just like a robot would be, but he's not a robot. You can extend this to any tech champion with the tag of metal, which is awesome. Like, he's just like a better new Medusa. Like I kind of Hyperion Medusa. I don't know. I really like it, man. And yeah, as you can see, boom, we get to that special 3, drop that. Now we're gonna activate our Fury, and yeah, we're gonna be hitting pretty hard again. This damage output is from rank 3 5-star. And we just don't have to worry, man. We don't have to worry about him getting power. We don't have to worry about him evading. Drop it, get to another L2 just like that, and he's dead. As simple as that. Really, really awesome stuff, dude. So that's gonna do it for the gameplay for this video, guys. Vision, I like him, dude. I really do. He's definitely not the best cosmic champion in the game. I definitely think that Corvus and Captain Marvel movie version are better than him. I definitely think those are the 2 best cosmics in the game. But I like Aarkus, and he's definitely not the all-around cosmic slayer like Corvus or Captain Marvel, but he's really, really good at shutting down robots. And if you have the synergy, you can extend this to other champions in the tech class, which is just really, really nice. The one problem I really foresee with this character is in Alliance War with the Bulwark Global Tactical Node. The opponents are immune to armor breaks, which would really gimp Aarkus here. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. That really kind of sucks for him. He wouldn't be getting used in Alliance War unless the opponents didn't select that node. I don't know if it's going to change by season to season, so maybe he'll be good for the next season. But that's a big disclaimer I want to give you guys, that if your opponent's running that in AW, this guy's going to be useless against tech champions if he cannot apply those armor breaks. So yeah, big disclaimer there. But in cases where he can, you can see, dude, he just shuts down the fight. It's really, really crazy, really cool. Yeah, that's going to do it for my video on Vision, guys. That's just my honest thoughts on him. I like him. Definitely don't think he's the best cosmic in the game, but I think he's pretty cool. And a new, better version of Medusa, kind of a hybrid like I was saying. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Drop a thumbs up if so. Subscribe if you'd like to see more content. Let me know what you guys think of Aarkus. Who do you think's better, Aarkus or Clairvoyant? I'd like to hear your opinions. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.